Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jack, and today I wanted to show you some stretches that I like to do following a workout. I was asked last night at a run club, what I recommend after working out, after running, to loosen up muscles. So let's run through the muscle groups I like to hit. It doesn't matter if you're a runner or not, these are good for any activity. So let me show you how to do them. And it won't take you too long to do, but it is important to work these stretches in after you exercise to help you recover faster and get you ready for that next day. So let's go through it. So the first one I like to do is calf stretching. So just got to find a nice wall in the house to lean up against, and we're going to stretch the calves in two ways. One with a bent knee, one with a straight knee. So let's start with the straight knee first. So you're just going to lean against the wall. That back leg is the one we're stretching. You want to keep the knee locked, the leg straight to stretch the gastrocnemius muscle that crosses over that knee joint. So to isolate that one, knee straight. So you lean back into that heel, and you're going to stretch that for 20 seconds. So with all these static stretches, I like to do 2 to 3 sets of 20-second holds. So once you're done with this left side, then you'll switch and do the right side. Again, see how I'm keeping that leg straight to isolate that gastrocnemius muscle. After you've done that, then switch and do a bent knee stretch on the calf. Now that bent knee stretch is going to isolate your soleus muscle. That's a deep calf muscle that doesn't cross that joint. So to isolate it, you got to bend the knee. But both are very important, and you want to work them both. And once you stretch the calves, both bent knee and straight knee, then you want to go into hip stretches, right? So really, these glute muscles need to be loosened up after a running activity. So my favorite is just this runner stretch or pigeon pose, where we lean into it this way, and then you can feel the stretch here. So this is a really good one. If this bothers your knee, you can try a couple variations of that. You can do the figure 4 stretch, crossing one leg over the other, reaching through, grabbing that leg, and pulling up. If that one bothers you, you can just grab that knee and kind of cross your body to try to feel that same stretch. But with all those variations, again, 2 to 3 sets of 20-second holds. So now we stretch the calves, the hips, and then I like to get into the hamstring. So my favorite one still with that is using a band, a nice flex band to wrap around the foot, anchor that in place, and you're going to lay back and bring that foot up to you. As far as you can go comfortably. Once you feel that tension, hold it there, do your 20 seconds, relax, and then go back into it and do all the sets you want, and then switch to the other side. Okay? Then the next one I like to do is a hip flexor stretch. So I like to do a lunge stretch there. So we just lunge this way, leaning forward towards that left knee to isolate and stretch the hip flexor in the front here. So the key points to remember here is make sure your knee doesn't go past your toes, because that's going to put too much strain here, and make sure you're not arching back and straining your low back either. So we want to just kind of lunge forward and lean into it to feel it here. You can go down to the ground and do it this way if you'd like. I don't like to do it because I don't want to bother my knee, but some folks say they can feel it better when they do it this way. Another way is using an exercise ball like this and leaning that back leg on it to help accentuate that stretch. Okay? So now we've stretched the calves, the hips, the hamstrings, and the hip flexors. The last one I like to do is to get the low back. So when you run, it's about 3 to 5 times our body weight coming down and compressing that area. These muscles can get tight, so afterwards we want to loosen it back up. So there's a couple ways to do that. You can do just lumbar rotations, lying back, and just twisting your legs to the side, just to feel it stretch through here. Just like that, 20 seconds each direction. You can also toss that top leg out and get a little bit more hip stretch in there as well. So that's an option there. You can also stretch the QL muscle. So the way I like to do that is it almost looks like a sitting down hamstring stretch, but you're going to have that front leg here. In this case, it's my right one's forward. I'm going to reach through, take my right hand, grab the inside arch of my foot. Let me back up a little bit here so you can see it. Like that, and then I'm going to rotate towards the other side like so. And what I'm trying to isolate is the left side of my low back, specifically the QL muscle, which is a postural muscle that attaches your pelvis up to your rib cage. So if I'm stretching this left side low back, take the right hand, grab the inside arch of the foot, twist towards that left side that we want to stretch gently, and you should start to feel that pull in the low back. and then you hold that for 20 seconds. Then you do the other side. So to stretch that right side, I take the left hand, grab the inside arch of the left leg, I put a hand here, and then I rotate towards the right side, and then I can feel that pull in there. Very gentle, don't be aggressive with any of these stretches. Once you start to feel that pull, that tension in the muscle, hold it there and get a good stretch. Good. So if you incorporate all those to stretch those muscle groups after a run or after an exercise activity, that'll help get you ready for the next day, for the next activity that you want to do. If you have any questions about these, please reach out, let me know, and get started on them.